What's up, guys? Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today is October 21st. It's a Wednesday, and it's been a minute since I've put up a video. And I was really busy last week. Not only just busy, but just not in a very good attitude, and I didn't feel like it was gonna be good for me to film. I just didn't think I was in the right mindset. I was just very much tired, very much overworked, very much sleep deprived. And when I'm sleep deprived, I can be kind of a grouch. And so I didn't feel like it was the best time for me to film, especially because I wanted to vlog, and I just feel like it wouldn't have been cute. This week has been significantly better, and I wanted you guys to just come around with me so you guys can kind of just see what I've been doing, see what else I have left to do, because I have 4 weeks left of the semester, a little less than 4 weeks now actually, and it's been kind of crazy just to think that like it really is almost done. I'm almost done with classes and then finals, and then that's really it, my first semester of law school just in the books. Right now I'm just making some coffee because that's how we start our day every single day. We know this. Okay, you can see my nails are all jacked up because I haven't had time to go to the nail salon or anything like that, and whenever I do my nails they always end up turning out pretty bad. Today I'm trying a new coffee. I'm trying a chocolate macadamia. I don't really do flavored coffee, but I was like, let me just give it a whirl. So that's literally the start to every morning, and you guys already know this. You know that I am a crackhead for coffee. You know, I'm trying to stop using that word crackhead. You know I'm a fiend for coffee. Lately, I've been drinking Red Bull, the real Red Bull, guys, to keep me awake because of how sleep deprived I've been. The reason why I was so busy last week was because I had a memo due today actually, and I finally submitted it last night, and it was just like last week was really difficult because I really want to do well on this memo. It's the first version of it, so it's technically a draft, but my professor was like, I don't want to call it a draft because in your mind you wouldn't think to put as much effort into it. And I was like, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. So she calls it a first version because she pretty much wanted it to be like fully complete, and then by the time that it is finals and stuff like that, we don't have to worry so much about that paper. So long as we gave it a good effort and we got a good grade on it, we wouldn't have to make huge adjustments to the paper, just like minor edits, meet with her a couple more times, and just turn it in November, and then be able to focus on the rest of our technically more important classes if we're considering the classes that are literally just weighted more, right? So this writing class is only 2 credits, and the rest of my classes, except for one more elective class, the rest of my classes, the doctrinal ones, are like 4 credits. So technically, like mathematically, this class is just not as important, but it is still very important, obviously, because it's legal writing. This is a whole different type of writing than I've done before, and so making sure we master it is really important early on. So needless to say, I was stressing out last week because I really wanted this paper to be good so that I really could have it be pretty much my final version, so that I wouldn't, like she said, wouldn't have to spend so much time on it when I want to study for all of my other classes that I had to put on the back burner last week. So that was kind of the other thing that stressed me out, was in the process of wanting to do so well on my memo, I was a little behind on some of my reading, so I am catching up this week. I'm catching up on sleep, I'm catching up on readings, and it's been, although it is still a little low-key stressful to be doing that, it's significantly better than how I was feeling last week, so we're on the up and up, y'all. Today I'm just going to be reading, and then I have class from 1 to 4:30, and then I think I'm gonna go for a walk or something. The weather's been kind of nice this week, and I don't really want to miss out on it before it gets too cold. I really, if you guys cannot tell, really need to get my eyebrows done. Oh my god. I need to get my eyebrows done. But anyways, so there's some errands that I want to run. I want to go to the store and stuff like that, so I might just do some work stuff right now, go to class, and then kind of, you know, go for a walk and get what I need to get done errand wise, and then do whatever homework I have for tomorrow. So we're getting caught up. Everything's gonna be fine. This weekend is gonna be a good weekend. So I'm in a much better space. Let's just say that. So yeah, guys, I will check back in with you before class. I have to read for Torts and Civ Pro, and then that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have been doing well. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Stay tuned for the rest of this vlog. Love you, appreciate you, and I will catch up with you guys later.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I spent about like 3 hours reading for class, for my Civ Pro and my Torts classes. So I wouldn't say 3 hours actually, probably like 2 hours in reality. And then I kind of spent like some time in between just like taking breaks and making food and stuff. But now I am doing some outlining for civil procedure because I kind of fell behind on that last week with doing my memo. Obviously I had to put a lot of things on the back burner. So I'm just going to show you guys kind of what it looks like, or what my method of doing outlining has been, because of the time crunch of our semester, and just, I don't know, just everything in combination has really just made it so that trying to outline on your own, like make your own outlines, I just don't think that there is enough time for all of that. This may hurt me, I don't know. You'll see kind of like this is her outline on this side, right? And thank goodness for the Mac setup where you can do the kind of like split screen, because this is really saving lives. So this is hers, and it's pretty in depth. This is like her big outline. She had a smaller outline, but this is the big one. And so I've been taking this because it's the most in depth and synthesizing it into my own smaller outline that I'm going to be using for my exam. So you can see like I can draw on it, I'll put some things. I've been also on hers making note of, you'll see on the sides here, making note of the particular subjects or just topics or things that I need to define, that I need to kind of spend a little extra time reviewing, because if I'm reading through this and realizing that I'm not understanding even what this outline is saying, then clearly I need to go back to the lesson, go back to my own notes, and actually spend more time kind of looking that over. But I'm finding that if there are things in this bigger outline that I'm understanding, that all I need to do is kind of just synthesize into my own words and put it on my outline, then I can kind of just move along. That way, just saving myself some time and not trying to, trying to make sure that I'm really reviewing the things that I am the weakest in, to be as efficient as possible. So this is just what I'm doing right now. Again, just taking it day by day, trying to figure out what works best for me, and what's kind of like taking what's worked well for other people, and then, taking it into the context of the way that my semester is going. So, she made this outline from complete scratch, she said, but she had a different setup for her semester. She had more time, the ability to visit office hours more, just all those things that we're kind of like being shorthanded with right now. So everything's gonna be okay. I am going to continue doing this until class at 1, so I have about another like 50 minutes or so, and we'll catch up with you guys later.
Yeah.
So guys, I went to class. I was in class from 1 to 4:30, and then what I did after that was went to go get my eyebrows done because I was literally looking at some of the footage and I was like, oh my god, I actually look like a mammoth. And because I wanted to go to the grocery store that's right across from the place that I get my eyebrows done, so went ahead and tried to kill two birds with one stone with that trip, and just to get out of the house because I was in the house literally all day. I didn't have class on campus today, so I was like, I definitely need to just get out of the house. So I went and did that, and in the process I realized it was such a nice day today in Atlanta, so I was like, okay, we need to go for a walk because I've been finding that this month, because of how busy it's gotten, it's just really difficult to exercise and just like stay consistent with, you know, my workouts and stuff. But I find that at the end of the day, if I have to choose between like doing some sort of like, you know, circuit workout in my apartment or being able to go outside for 45 minutes and go for a nice walk and just be outside, get some vitamin D, I was like, I would much rather be outside, especially while I can enjoy the nice weather. So that's what I went and did, and it was such a good idea because I was like, well, maybe I'll just read some more, or maybe I'll just stay here and do like a little workout in the apartment, but it was a much better idea for me to go outside. So spent some time outside, went for a walk, came back, and by that time I just started making dinner. Basically just started prepping all the things I needed to do. As I was making dinner, I also had a study group call at 7 p.m. So I was pretty much like making my dinner at the same time as being on the study group Zoom. And we basically just like, we were working on torts today, so you'll see me kind of like talking to them. We were kind of just going through the book for our torts class. The way that we outline is basically just like, the casebook is really purely just cases. It has some questions after each case, but there isn't a lot of like explanatory material. It doesn't go into a lot of depth, so you really do have to like talk it through with other people, with the professor, you know, use other type of like supplemental readings to really understand like what is going on in the like, and trying not to get lost in all the little details of all the cases, and instead really focus on what are the big key rules, what are you really trying to extract from the cases. What we do is kind of just talk about the cases, and we say, okay, like let's all like compare our notes, and we'll say, okay, what did you guys, you know, take out of this case? What do you have written in your notes from class? What did you guys get from the professor? And then we kind of just say, okay, let's just make sure before you move on to the next case, what is the main rule, you know, topic, whatever, that we're gonna get out of this case, and we all just make sure we're on the same page, basically. So we did that for like almost 2 hours. Actually, it was a really good session, and after that I was like, I really just want to enjoy my dinner and call it a night. So it's about 10:30 right now, 10:45ish, and I'm just basically getting ready for bed. Gonna do my little night routine and call it a night. I'll probably tune in with, you know, I'll probably keep you guys updated as well tomorrow and Friday. Nothing crazy. I actually am not going to be going to campus at all this week because I am my one class that would be on campus tomorrow is actually going to be canceled. So I will be here pretty much for the rest of the week, but I'm just going to keep you guys updated and show you all a little bit more about how I am preparing myself for these final exams, which are just literally just looming over my head, but it's going to be okay. And I'm just trying to figure out, you know, just trying to stay on track. That's really it, just trying to stay on track, and I think we will be able to do that. So I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow. Right now it is time for bed so that I can actually wake up early and get some good work done. But yeah, so good night, guys. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. It's Thursday, and we're quite on track. We're doing well, well rested. Got some good sleep last night. Like I told you guys, I really just wanted to kind of wind down after my study group. So I just ate dinner, chilled for a little bit, and then just went right to sleep. So didn't really do much last night, but this morning my morning class got canceled. Well, it wasn't necessarily canceled, we just weren't having it because it's my writing class and we turned in our memo on Wednesday. So she was like, we're not going to have class on Thursday because there's really no need to, and she needs time to grade all of our papers. So this morning I was like, I'm just going to allow myself to sleep in a little bit. Woke up around like 7:30, Just kind of chilled in bed for a little bit, made some coffee, and was just watching some TV because sometimes I just need, I can't just like go straight into work. Like I just need a little bit of time to relax, a little bit of time to just like ease myself into the day. So that was a really nice morning. I just got to drink some coffee and chill. Now I am about to start on some homework. I will show you guys what I have on the board for this week. So you'll see that I have quite a bit left for this week. I've got some filming to do, which is this filming and filming this weekend, meeting with some people, reminding myself to continue outlining and stay on track with that, and just replying to some people as well, and making sure I take some practice exams. So that's what's on the docket for this week. This lighting is super weird because the only lighting that I have is this lamp, which is an LED lamp. So it's bright and it works, but it's just like, it's very limited as to where I can place the camera and still get good lighting. Okay, so what we do is read our emails. Usually, I get the New York Times now, which is like, okay, kind of adult. I get the New York Times and I'll literally just like look through, see what the news is for the day. I don't want to, I already was like looking at the news on my phone, so I'm probably going to skip that right now. But I have a quiz for my contracts class due tomorrow. So you'll see the textbook that we had to buy for his class it's called Connected Quizzing, and it allows you to take quizzes, and he'll assign quizzes through this little system, and it'll tell me that I have this quiz due on October 23rd for chapter 20, so I'll probably go ahead and do that. I don't know why they decided to send me so many things. And then he sends like what our reading is for tomorrow, and you'll see it says here Firm 3 will be on call for this reading. And what he did was he divided us into firms, and you guys have, if you've heard about how law school classes are taught, there's a lot of cold calling that happens. So the professors will just call your name. They have a list of all the students in the class. They'll call your name and ask you either about the case or just any question that they want to ask you. So it usually is just very random. You don't really know. I think usually sometimes you can kind of like guess people's, like some professors' methods, like so far for other classes that are more supposedly random, you can kind of tell like they're going in alphabetical order, or they're going based on days, like who's in that class in person that day. So you can kind of figure out their system. Like they're not that tricky, like they're very predictable. But for this class specifically, it's very predictable because he's divided us into firms, and each firm goes on a specific day. So it's really nice. He sends out the whole schedule of when your firm is going to be on call, and that just makes it easier for you to know when you need to be like extra prepared and ready for any question that he may throw your way. And then usually for the firms, he'll just kind of go in order, whatever, the list of the firms that he has is in alphabetical order. So he'll just kind of go in order as he goes along in his lecture, and either ask you questions about a case, about a rule, a hypothetical situation, whatever it might be. And it's really not that bad. It allows you to kind of, focus in on the other days, and then, when you have to be on call, it's just different when you know that you're going to be called on. You have to be way more prepared, which you should definitely be prepared for all of your classes, but this just makes it a little simpler so that you can kind of manage your time better throughout the week when you're reading and making sure you're preparing properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this quiz super quick, and then I'm going to probably read for my class that I have later on today at 2. And then after that, I'm just going to continue outlining, and I'll continue showing you guys how I've been doing that. I'm going to continue probably outlining for civil procedure, maybe maybe just do some practice questions instead of just outlining, because sometimes the only way to really know if you know it is to take the practice tests. So yeah, let me stop chatting because I really do need to get started on this work. I'm going to go ahead and take this quick quiz, and I will talk to you guys later. I only have one class today, which is so nice, especially because tomorrow I have 3 classes, so this just kind of gives me a day to recharge and be ready for my last day of the week. And then it's the weekend, so yeah, I will see you guys later. Hey y'all, so I just thought I would check in. I'm about to take a practice exam because I have a class at 2 and right now it's about 1:09 and this practice question is like 45 minutes, so I'm gonna do a practice question before class, and but just in the meantime I'm just gonna quickly eat this little salad I just made with like little Asian flavored salad with some tofu in it. Basically, the exam is usually just going to be like an old question. I don't really know if all the time these professors provide the practice questions from legitimate old exams or if they just pull them from somewhere else, but my civil procedure professor just gave us like this whole document with some practice questions that he thought would be good for us to do, and then he posts the answers onto Canvas. One of the questions he made a video pretty much just explaining what a good answer would have looked like, what it would have made sure to hit, and then kind of, I guess, what a typical answer, I wouldn't say a bad answer, but just like an answer that wasn't sufficient, what it missed, and kind of making sure, okay, these are the key points you need to hit, because again, no one's gonna get all of the points. He always stresses that to us, but the idea is to just get as many as you can, and it's never so much as the professor's like taking points away from you. It's really all out on the paper so that you can do as well as you possibly can. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I did end up taking a practice exam before class.
Yeah.
I look so rough. This is just unfortunate. I'm gonna wash my hair this weekend, so just don't pay me any mind. So this is really the reality of everything. So last time you guys saw me, I was doing some work. I took a practice test, then I did class at 2, which ended around 3:30, and I hate to admit this, but after class I ended up taking a 2-hour nap, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go from 3:30 to 4, then go for a walk or something, exercise, and then just hit the books again. Y'all, I ended up knocking out for 2 hours straight. Didn't wake up till 5:30, and I was like, oh, usually when you take a nap, you will probably just be like, okay, an hour, 2 hours max, and that's normal. But wasting, I don't want to call it wasting, but yeah, wasting, okay, wasting 2 hours of your time here is like, it just like makes you a little anxious, because you just start to think about time in terms of how much work you could have gotten done. So 2 hours is reading for 2 classes potentially, or at least definitely 1 class. It's hard not to just be like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad that I got a nap in and it felt really good. You wake up after 2 hours and you're like, oh my gosh, I could have finished my torts reading and been started on my Civ Pro reading, or whatever, the situation might have been. So it's really difficult to reward yourself in law school because you feel guilty all the time for the things that you allow yourself to do, if you allow yourself to have any type of break. A lot of the times you feel the need to limit yourself in those breaks, and it can be really stressful, because in any other circumstance, I would be like, nice score, I slept for 2 hours. I would see that as an achievement, really. I'd be like, go you, girl. Yes, get your sleep. Now being here, it's like, you know, taking time just to eat dinner without doing work, you feel guilty for doing that. Taking time to just watch the presidential debate like I'm doing right now, you feel guilty for doing that if you're not simultaneously like looking at some notes or trying to network or something. Like if you're not trying to multitask basically, you start to feel really guilty because you feel like you're wasting productive hours. It can kind of be this like weird mental game that you just keep going back and forth with yourself because you're like, well, I do deserve a break. I've been in class, I've been working all day, I've been studying, you know, I've been at this for a couple months now, just doing the same thing over and over again every single day. So how come I don't deserve a break? But then in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, I do want a break, but also am I going to regret it more if I don't spend this time doing homework, which then I have to do tomorrow? So like that's really just the whole mental game of law school, and it's really toxic, okay? This busy culture, this idea that you should be constantly doing something, that you should be multitasking, is very, very toxic, and it almost makes you not want to get anything done because it makes the work almost too overwhelming. So that's what I've been kind of battling with, especially as exams have been approaching, knowing that I need to be mastering multiple subjects at the same time, and that can be a little bit overwhelming because you really would love to just be really, really good at contracts or really, really good at torts, but you need to be equally good at all three of those subjects by the time November rolls around. And that can be overwhelming and in a way paralyzing and makes you not really want to study because you're like, how is it even possible that I'm going to be able to master all three at once? So what I've been really focusing on is trying to piecemeal everything and just remind myself that I have enough time to master it all, and that it's not just this like crazy big mountain that I have to climb at one go. But in terms of just what I have to do today, I'm gonna try and get in one more reading at the very least and watch this presidential debate in the background. Yeah, I already had dinner before. Oh, that's what it was. So I took that nap, right? I woke up and I really like was feeling so groggy that I needed to go outside and clearly just like not do any like schoolwork, but just keep my body moving just to wake me up a bit, so that I don't drink coffee, which I would normally be doing. I'm trying to limit my coffee intake to like before 3 p.m. because during the week of the memo, y'all, I was drinking coffee, Red Bull, everything to keep me awake until like 4 o'clock in the morning. So this week, I'm trying to wean myself off a bit by limiting myself to 3 p.m. being the last time I can have a large amount of caffeine. And then hopefully, obviously during finals, I'll probably be drinking a little more caffeine than I should be. But at least for right now, I'm trying to bring myself back to only having coffee like earlier in the mornings and in the days. I went for a walk, just about 30 minutes, had some did some phone calls so I can catch up with people, and then came home, started on some contracts reading, ate some dinner. Luckily, I've been saving a lot of time because I've been smarter in prepping my meals earlier in the week. I won't always have them completely ready for the full week, but usually by like Tuesday, I will have the rest of the week's dinners prepared, which is usually when I want to save like the most time. I don't want to spend a lot of time making dinner every single night. So I already had my dinner prepared. I ate that while I was reading for contracts, and then met with a classmate to go over our contracts reading because our firm is going to be on call tomorrow. So we just went over some questions, which I didn't bring my camera to show you guys that, but did that, some review, came back. Now I'm watching the debate. I'm going to hop in the shower and then just finish up some reading and head to bed, y'all. I have 3 classes tomorrow, so I want to get some rest. We will be back at it, and I will show you guys what it's like when I have a full day of online classes. Good morning, guys. It is officially Friday, and I just woke up. It's around, well, I woke up around like 8. I have class at 9, and it's currently 8:30. It took me so much to not want to, or to not go and buy iced coffee this morning because I really feel like I need something more than just the regular coffee that I usually make, because I'm just like, I don't know, it's like the whole past 2 weeks have culminated and I now am feeling the wrath of my body. She is tired. Such is life, I guess. And I'm glad that I didn't go and get coffee because I'm trying to save my money. And one of the biggest expenses that I would normally have right now is buying coffee from outside. And we have coffee inside, so we will not be doing that. We're going to keep our butts in this house. I have contracts at 9, so I'm gonna look over some of the just look over the chapter again because my firm is on call. So just look over the chapter again, make sure I understand it so that I can hopefully answer any questions that he might potentially ask me. One time I was on call and I felt super blindsided because I didn't get like a basic multiple choice question. I got a hypothetical, and it just really put me on the spot. So I got nervous because I had to think quickly. It ended up being fine, but in the moment I think I blacked out. I was dreading it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright guys, so I went to class, right? So you guys saw me studying all before class, and then I had Civ Pro around 1 o'clock. So then I went to class from 1 to 4:30. I had Civ Pro and Torts back to back. Towards the end of Torts ends 4:30. Your attention span starts to fade after you've been in class for over 2 hours. So once you kind of hit that 2 hour mark, you're like, okay, kind of trying to push it for the next hour and a half. I like to clean on Fridays, and so usually what happens when I start to feel myself get antsy in my last class on Fridays, I just start to do the cleaning process, and I'll just keep listening, obviously, to the professor, keep taking notes, but it'll just allow me to just kind of keep my hands busy so that I'm not losing my attention off of his voice. So it kind of helps a little bit, and it helps me kickstart the cleaning process. So yeah, you'll see the whole apartment is clean. Hey, oh, we love vacuum. We love the vacuum marks. The stuff that's sitting on the chairs, do not worry about that. But yep, we are clean and happy here. I really needed to vacuum this apartment, like really needed to. So everything looking spick and span in the kitchen. The only thing I need to do is wash my bath mats, and what else is it that I need to do? Just basically finish laundry. That is what a day in completely online, what a completely online day looks like, guys. I'm really just here in my pajamas, like literally the same thing I've been wearing every night that you guys have seen me wear every single night for the past 3 nights probably. So I'm still in my PJs all day long. No effort whatsoever into my hair today, no effort into my face today. And you'll just see, like, a lot of it is really just prepping for class. Like, every free moment that I had today was prepping for the next class. Didn't really have, I had some time to make some lunch, which you guys probably saw me munching on a salad. That's really what my life is like, being online, even being in person. Really just in this apartment. I go outside when the weather's nice to get some vitamin D, which maybe I should go do, and just like listen to a lecture instead while I'm walking. Ew. But I haven't been outside at all today, so I should probably see if I can find my way out there. But I apologize if this vlog was boring, because that's really just what online school is like. You know, if you live with other people, I think that will change the dynamic. You'll probably get a little bit more social interaction, which can be important for some people. Some people, like me, I don't really necessarily mind not having a lot of social interaction throughout the week. So I don't mind living alone, but for some people, if that social aspect is something that you really crave, definitely maybe consider at least having one other roommate. So I'm gonna cap it there with my voice, with the talking, the chit chat. You know what I might do is insert that clip of the Black Belt Students Association. I'll probably insert that clip before all of this chit chat, and I will just end this video right here saying thank you for watching this video. This is really me in all of my glory. You guys see my videos where I'm wearing makeup, my hair is looking cute, whatever. This is really, this is Bex. This is Bex on a Friday after 3 classes, back to back, tired, hungry, ready to drink, and yes, this is her in all of her glory. So thank you so much if you've tuned into all of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. This video, if you enjoyed it, if you want more vlogs, I'll probably try and do another one where I show you more of me being on campus, like when I go to the library and when I'm just on campus for class. And comment down below what other type of videos you'd like to see before the semester ends, and please subscribe for more videos from me. And turn that notification button on so that you don't miss them, because then if you miss them, you're gonna miss them, and you don't want to miss them.